you've been at 3 of our events, so the first 3.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for the support. I mean, I really appreciate it. You've been really consistent, particularly around sharing with other people, what you've experienced at NetHouse. And on that point, or on that note, I would like to ask you, what were the key lessons? No, let's just keep it to 5 actually, or 3 to 5 key lessons that you took away with from the 3 events that we had, and how have you applied those, particularly in your own, personal life?
So, first one goes back to me. I was one of the first speakers.
Yeah.
So Marcus, don't be scared of being yourself. Well, don't be scared to be who you are. First lesson. Second lesson from Miami. Being a social entrepreneur is not that bad. Third lesson, your brother.
Yeah.
I think hospital diagnosis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may be coughing, but is it really flu? So that was very insightful when it comes to the medical side of things, because we take a doctor's, diagnosis just as it is. He says I've got flu, done, but I've been coughing for the last XY days. So, then Tabi, so I never thought anthropology was interesting.
Yeah.
But how I saw Tabi, so how he, started his presentation and him sharing his story was very inspiring. Wow, you know what? We're so focused on being engineers and being, all these disciplines that are very lucrative. And it's not a bad thing.
Who says anthropology is not lucrative?
We never knew.
Yeah.
Because we were just driven in there. Engineer, doctor, what else? Something that is known. But then there's anthropologists, there's economists. Not everyone wants to do those things, but they also are things you could be passionate about. They're things that are also lucrative. Then Mark, with his source. You could be someone who is in, software or IT related industry, but it doesn't stop you from doing something different.
Absolutely.
And the other lady, I forgot her name.
Yolanda.
No,
Danele Lokele.
Before them. It's the one who was
Corey. Yes.
Yeah. So I found Corey's illustration of their program very, very, it was hard to take in, because she spoke about a lot of technical aspects in problem solving, but at the same time was like, wow, there are people out there who actually do this, which is phenomenal. Then Banele, I loved Banele because she dared to be different, and she is.
Absolutely.
And she was so convicted in what she's doing, which then made me ask a question: am I convicted in who I am? Am I convicted in wanting to be different? Because she was different.
Absolutely.
Extremely.
Absolutely.
And for someone like Yolanda, the lesson I took from her was never forget those who are coming after you. And in that sense, it's always a case of, what am I doing to impact society? What am I doing to change the life of a young boy who would like to be in corporate one day, or who would like to be a public speaker? I may not necessarily be famous tomorrow, but I can be great by being of service to someone. And maybe in turn, in my greatness, I can make that person famous. So these are the lessons I've taken throughout, and meeting the different people, meeting your sisters. Never knew you had 2 older sisters, and meeting the different people in that space. It's just unfortunate you can't talk to everyone. But whosoever you get a chance to engage with, you just make sure it's somewhat meaningful. There's a takeaway in it.
And in the future, which other topics would you like to explore?
how do we make money out of public speaking? So as old as I am, and Google is there, sometimes I'm, not that I'm ignorant or lazy, but personal stories impact me more than Googling how it's done. You know? So if someone were to share, how does a public speaker put themselves out there? How can Marcus, wanting to be an MC, put himself out there and actually be, you know, someone who is within the 3 quotations of the speaker, that speaker, that speaker, you know? Because there's lots of people that I see with the title MC, and sometimes maybe I'm just scared of asking, how did you position yourself to be that? And I do have somewhat a bit of an entrepreneurial mindset, but it's not really something I would do every day. But I would still want to, you know, on a Saturday go be an MC, on a random day go facilitate a discussion. Just, it could still be generating extra income, but it would still be impacting on who I am and what I stand for and who I want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe one good day, just have, hopefully he is not gonna cost an arm and a leg. It's someone who's now doing public speaking as, you know, a profession. And maybe now I'm speaking in terms of what what speaks to me, you know, what resonates with my heartbeat. But yeah, someone could be a public speaker, or well, who is a public speaker and is doing it as, you know, their
bread and butter.
Their bread and butter. It allows them to, you know, take their family here and there, or anything. I'm open to learning. You know, if you can watch the animal channel, then you can learn from anyone and everything.
Fantastic. And in closing, you know, what words of motivation would you like to leave with individuals that'll be watching this video?
Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. That's my favorite quote. Wow, like that quote led to me getting a tattoo, and I was against tattoos.
Yeah, I actually have one.
I was so against tattoos until I read that quote. Until that quote became a part of me, that I do not fear my darkness but my light. And I was like, I need something to constantly remind me of this. So every time I look at my right arm and I see my tattoo where it's love and a rose, and I remember that quote because it's from the book A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. So if I leave, you know, the viewers with something, is that don't fear your light. Your light may be different to the next person's light, but remember, it's still a light, and it will still light up whichever place you're at. But that's only if you turn it on.
Wow.